Welcome to this week's premium domain expose. We're going to be talking about some of the domains we picked up, the brandability, the marketability of each of the domains. I'll explain exactly how we're valuing them. And if you'd like to pick up any of these, we do have most of them listed as premium. So all you do in that case is take a trip over to GoDaddy and do a search here in the bar. And you'll probably find that we've priced them very, very affordably. Yeah, that's if you're interested. But if you just like to watch for educational purposes, I'm sure you get a lot out of it. We're going to explain exactly what makes these domains domains that we'd want in our portfolio here. All right. So first of all, let's talk about this one here, Stocks for Dummies. All right. This right away, it's going to be an info product. The person who acquires this domain would probably want to use it to sell how to trade stocks, how to work the stock market to their advantage, etc. It is a .com. That's going to bring the value up there. Of course, if it was stocksfordummies.net, probably wouldn't be worth anything because it is pretty much a an intricate type of niche there. The next one, suckonmyballs.com. That needs no introduction. That right there is valued right there. That's something that for bragging rights, feel free to post that on your Facebook for awesome power, especially if someone is talking smack to you or giving you a hard time. You can post that domain and forward it to a website that is suitable for the way you were feeling about them. That's the best advice I'd have to give on that one. Fastfoodburger.com. This also needs no introduction. I don't think you're going to be able to really monetize very well with info products or even with physical products, but it might be the type of domain where a fast food joint would pick that up from you for a good 10 grand or so. All right, it's going to be worth a lot more to them than it would to people on Flippa, etc. This is a personal domain for me. ATMs.info. .infos usually are not worth much, but in this case, this one is one of the rare times I see a .info is worth something because, of course, people type in ATMs in a million different ways into Google, and so you have millions and millions of searches that are relevant to ATMs. And if you were in the ATM business, for instance, leasing them out, etc., it would be pretty much worth something to you. The next one, very, very good developing type of website there. You could have a YouTube website that just has tons and tons of violent fights. That, again, is a keyword that people search in Google. And therefore, the .com, you've got the best one of them. Good developing potential there. The next one is a very, very good domain because it's in a niche where it's very monetizable. Of course, real estate is one of the biggest monetizable niches. You've got the .org. It's not as good as it would be if it was sellingproperty.com, of course, but .orgs, in my opinion, they're second best. It's supposed to be .net, but .orgs I always end up selling more than .nets for some reason. I don't know why. So sellingproperty.org, again, you could do a blog, you could do a real estate site, you could do all sorts of different things. Or if you're going to flip it right away, you'd probably be able to get a good flip for that because it is premium. It's an actual keyword people are typing in. Here is a very quick, easy, it's a negative. That's why a lot of the negatives are the ones that are left because, of course, you can't really sell anything from badliar.com, but badliar.com is a badass domain name. It's simple. Probably in about 10 years it's going to be worth a lot of money, that type of thing. Right away, again, it might be easy for you to flip this because it's sometimes on the marketplaces where you do flip domains, people are going to recognize that it's simple, it's an actual keyword, it's a catchphrase, it's everything that it is, plus it's the .com, so we're not playing any games, we're not doing badliar.info or .org or something stupid like that. The .com version of this phrase I would only be interested in. I wouldn't be interested in badliar.org or badliar.net. The next one I picked up because I'm very much in this niche. Now, this is probably not going to be worth a heck of a lot of money. Like, we're not talking 10 grand or 20 grand or something. You'd probably be able to sell this for 100 or 200 bucks. But the reason it might sell is because And we'd be able to see in our premiums, we sold about 10 premiums that are very similar to these that you're looking at in the last 2 weeks. All right, maybe even more if I were to go back 2 weeks. I remember a whole bunch of invoices were flooding in last week, and that was all in that. I would say it's probably close to about $1,400 in sales or somewhat. So howtolearnvideo.com is another very good example of something that's going to probably end up selling in this portfolio. Just because of the power. Everyone knows what that means. It's a how-to. It's a monetizable niche. Heck, I just did a video product on JVZoo, and I know how important it is for people to learn video. Video is the biggest thing nowadays, especially live video. This one I'm also kind of partial to because I was in the rap beats niche. I produced a lot of beats. So when I saw this that was available, of course, scouring and going through Domain or Elite, going through SEMrush keyword lists, going through GoDaddy auctions, etc. This was what looked really appealable. So I jumped on it, made sure to make the investment. It is for sale as a premium, I think, but it's something that I'm going to be kind of torn whether or not I should be letting this go or if I should be developing on it. This one, I picked this one up very, very, I think, right there on the 29th of March. This is a no-brainer right here. I found it with the Domainer Elite. I did scams as an ending word. Ended up with this available in this survival niche. That's right, no misspellings or anything. You are seeing this. This is exactly how it was found. This is amazing. It was a miracle that I was able to find this. Survival is one of the biggest niches, one of the biggest, most monetizable niches. And sure enough, there are hundreds of thousands of people a year searching this exact keyword because they're interested in purchasing survival products, but they're expensive. There's a lot of info products out there, and so therefore people are typing those search words into Google because they're interested in buying. So they wouldn't be searching that in Google if they weren't, kind of really interested in buying to be first and serious about it and caring about themselves or people that they know, buying bad ones. So you're going to search survivalscams.com or survival scams into Google to take a look to see if people are ripping people off, etc. All right, and that's why those domains right there are so important because of the mentality of the person who is searching it. So right there, that's a gem. You could turn this into, I would say, a forum or an expose site, something like that. The next one, usesurveys.com. This is self-explanatory as well because when people are typing in use surveys, they're looking for paid surveys, or they're actually wanting to initiate themselves doing surveys for some reason, and there should be some type of incentive or whatnot. So therefore, the people looking to do a survey might be really interested in making money or incentivized couponing or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? The next one here is one of my favorites. I might actually take this off of the premium listings because I was thinking of something I could do with it. Wouldn't it be great to be the owner of budget.com, right? Like budget, except with a V, all right? That's pretty cool little brand name there. I think also Esteban had appraised it, and that's a good something to remember. You can always take any of these and drop them into Esteban. You'll see a lot of them have really good appraisals, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, etc. But budget is one of these I think I did find in an expired list. And so I was very excited to jump on it. A lot of the time when you're talking about 5 or 6 character domains, especially .coms like that, the words that you find don't make any sense. And I think you've probably seen that. If you ever go to GoDaddy auctions and you do a search for, maximum characters, 5 or 6 characters, right? You're limiting the whole system. So you're going to go blind going through hundreds and hundreds of pages, and all of the words never make any sense. And so therefore, when I do find a 5 or 6 character domain, I always try to pick it up. You know what I mean? Something that makes sense. That for instance, here's the good test. You could go on a radio station and people say, all right, great, great to interview you. What's the name of your website so everyone can check it out? And you'd be like, budget.com. They'd be like, all right, head over to budget.com. And then they'd know exactly, how to spell budget. Therefore, it's it's really good opportunity. We have a couple more of these types of domains, where it's a very quick little word, and they're great for the radio station test, or if you wanted to come up with a site that's just very, very easy to explain. It's not a keyword site. You're not going to, the buyer, whoever buys it from you, isn't going to create a blog or anything like that. He'd probably create some type of physical product. He might be an inventor, or he might have just a quick little dating site or something like that, okay? Next thing here, bankruptcysoftware.com. When people go bankrupt, and that happens a lot in this country, sometimes you go online and you search this. Okay, this again is a software search. For instance, when I do a search for keywords and I use the word software, I'm going to get all sorts of different things. Like bankruptcy software came out. I was like, holy crap! I'm going to grab that real quick. So I grabbed that. Next thing, bankslending.com. This might have been the lending banks concept, but therefore huge. Anything with bank is like, real estate right there, right? So that's why we picked up Banks Lending. It's again a .com, very, very good potential for reviews of banks, or if you were going to do some CPA programs promoting some mortgage lenders or something like that. Of course, people fill out the survey. You sometimes get as much as a $30 CPA commission for them filling out that survey. That's how much money those banks make. Here we go, bestbrandsale.com. There again, another keyword, could be a great, like, kind of a shopping site, or so maybe a Shopify site or something like that. Next one, bestseobook.com. This is great because, of course, people search that looking for SEO strategies, and so that's a keyword that people use. Again, it's a lot, and it is a premium itself. It's a .com, very, very good. You can develop on it or monetize with it. Carpentryblog.com. All right, this is just self-explanatory. Carpentry is a huge niche. All right, people go on ClickBank looking to promote carpentry books. It's one of the hottest sellers on there, and so therefore this is a boom. That's an exact type of website that people are looking for, and so that's why it's hot, because it'll rank easy. The buyer knows that. It's simple, straight to the point. Great piece of internet real estate there. Same thing with here. Here's his little brother, carpentryprogram.com. Very similar. All right. Again, I love niche, and then explaining what type of solution for that niche. All right, so you got niche, solution, right? Great. Problem, solution, bam, in a .com, there you go. CB program, I thought this was great because I know what CB means. It means ClickBank. Isn't that cool? So when you think, oh, what type of program did you buy? Oh, it's a ClickBank program. All right, so cbprogram.com. Here's another one I like, closestbusiness.com. All right, that's a very, very universally used term. People go to Google and they search closestbusiness.com. Boom, they see your website and you're a billionaire. Next one, modernhomeblog.com. Again, like carpentry blog, this is now niche and solution. Musiclessonswebsite.com. I picked this one up because I'm a music teacher, so I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that's something that every musician would love to have. When you're ever in need of some money, just contact all the music instructors and you say, hey, look what I got. I'll give it to you for $500. And you're probably going to be able to sell it pretty easily. That can be used, of course, for all of these. That's a good strategy. Penny Stocks Program. I don't need to say anything about this because that again is the same thing as carpentry program. Now we have Penny Stocks Program. Isn't that cool? You could tell these were me with Domainer Elite. That's what Domainer Elite is really genius, the way it finds. You can tell it's so much different than, for instance, these were all from expired domain lists or from SEMrush, that type of thing. And then you see here, this is when I started playing around with Domainer Elite, and then I start to get all of these, like the niche solution type. Look at this one. Oh boy, preppingprogram.com. All right, this is great because, of course, now we're not talking carpentry, we're talking prepping, which is gigantic. Again, like the survival niche, there's tons of money to be made in there. Guys, jump on these. I would grab these. Right. We got them priced affordably. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but we've got tons more coming because we're using Domain Elite that much, and we're using the keyword lists and doing the drop lists. So we got plenty of domains. They're all for the taking. I'd rather see you guys have success than spending time, and you might get some type of domain that you don't understand or something just based on the appraisal, and then you're like, oh my God, why isn't it selling? You know what I mean? Sixpackabsoftware.com. Great, right? You see what I'm saying, guys? Great stuff here. You know, just like the software one here, but now we've got, instead of bankruptcy, we've got an actual niche. So that's great, right? This one is the king of question websites. I mean, wouldn't this be a great questions and answers website? And it would be pretty easy to develop on it. You know, go to Freelancer, pick up someone, hire someone, and have them go to town on it. You know, a real good question and answer site. It could be questions asked by users and questions answered by users. So cool stuff. Here I got a couple little dating sites here if you guys are interested in starting some blogs. Remember, whenever I have the org or the .info or the net, I'm usually pretty passionate about developing on them because, you know, whenever I go to sell a .org, I mean, if it's not a premium my GoDaddy account, if I was go on Flippa and try to sell this, I'd be like, oh, let's get dates, right? I mean, it's simple and, you know, it's in a niche that people know what it means, and oh my God, I'm gonna be able to sell this. No, it's a .org. It really hurts your sales potential, man. I mean, you guys might have a different opinion on it, but man, when you want to flip something, it really does help to have that .com, because buyers are hardcore, man. Buyers will be real critical of your domains. They'll be like, I don't like it, you know, and you're like, what? This is the best thing ever. But you know, sometimes those buyers are wrong. You know, they go solely on the appraisal stuff, or they go on something just because they know what it means, and it's kind of hard for people to understand what certain things mean if you don't understand as well, you know. Here again, this one I thought was just kind of like pretty. You know what? Also, I was doing some keyword stuff, and I just been through freaking 50,000 keywords. You know, for 4 hours I was scouring, and I couldn't find anything. And this was available, and I was like, oh, it's a .com, and wow, that's something that has a lot of searches. I think it had like 100,000 or so. Had a ton of searches. You guys might want to check it out for yourself. Use the Google Keyword Planner, or if you have an SEMrush account, or some other type of keyword software. Check it out. You know, a couple of these around here is when I started to use the keyword stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe I think, you know, I went on a roll with all these the buy stuff, and I mean they're all the same way. All these buying ones are like, now we're having the niche is here, okay? All right, you're getting, look at this, buyingrefurbished.com. What the hell? You know, like, was I really able to buy that? Like, you know, so that type of thing. We've got a whole bunch of buy ones. And, you know, flipping, yes, they'll be very easy to flip based upon the fact that when it's buy, that means you're going to be able to buy something. I mean, that person is wanting to buy something. If you go to Google and you type in buy, look, you can rank your website here and it'll be ranking for when people type these things in. And look, we're starting with the searches here. We know for a fact that people type these in. People type in buy. And look, when I'm doing these searches, we're getting the most searches first. And then I'll only mess with the first 5 pages of every search. So I mean, regardless, all of these are actual keywords that people are searching, and buyers who are looking to buy, therefore you can monetize, are the ones searching for these in record numbers, okay? So yeah, I picked up all the .coms for those. Of course, it's very sturdy investment, less risk when you know that you're dealing with people who are looking to buy. Domain names based on keywords that people use when they're looking to buy something. You know, wow. crazysex.org. This is a no-brainer. I figured, you know what, it's great to be able to find something that well-known, okay? A very well-known term there. And it's something that people love to do. So it's a .org. Again, I think this one might be good enough to flip. Crazysexpositions.com. This, again, is something that's highly searched. Doomsdayvault.com. Boom, had to get it. All right, again, I'm in the survival niche. I can see eye to eye with preppers and people who who are interested in that type of thing. And there's so much money to be made. Some of the monetization strategies for the survival niche are selling dehydrated food, gold, bulletproof vests, ammunition, all sorts of, backpacks and tents and water filters and pocket stoves, knives, Swiss Army knives, multi-tools, all sorts. I mean, that's why there's so much money to be made in prepping and survival, and so therefore anything that looks like it's available and it shouldn't be available, well, I'm grabbing it. Here we got another crazy sex type one, but this one is drunksex.org. Again, these are terms that sexy, horny people are searching, and I'm grabbing these because you can, of course, redirect it to your Platinum Cash affiliate program. All right. Here's another one, fatsex.org. Again, the .com, don't think it would be available, but I was able to get the next best thing, in my opinion, all right, for very, very rare domains that I was able to pick up and wasn't, and I'm able to do it by the hundreds, and instead of, I found something last week, I'll see if I can, no, you know what I mean? A lot of these aren't my niches. A lot of these I flip, helping you guys out, whatnot. So I'm just into the quality of quantity, put it that way. The quantity, but with extreme quality. Horrorthrillers.com. Again, keyword tool. You could join. You could sell a lot of Kindle books. How to buy commodities. Here we go. Look, here we're bringing the how-tos in. Howtobuycommodities.com. It's great. These are, again, buyers here. How to buy. We're all about that, right? This, how to buy drugs online, of course, this is very, very in demand by the searcher, but in terms of developing on that, you don't want to get in trouble, so use caution with that. But still, a great domain, as well as this one where you can sell gold. Very good, anything that is how to buy, and trust me, they're hard to find. Okay, how to buy is hard to find, so consider these some of the last ones that you'll ever be able to find. Loan to buy land. Again, people who search in loan to buy land are looking to fill out those surveys that you're going to get paid $30 for. So build a site for it, develop on it, and go to town. Quitdayjob.com. I don't need to say anything about this. This is just true awesomeness. This is just amazing that I was able to grab this, right? I can't even believe this is still in my account and it hasn't gone yet. All right? You guys have to stop sleeping. Salescoupons.net. Holy mackerel. All right? Again, I got the next best thing. When you see any domain name in this GoDaddy account and you see I get a .net, that means that the freaking keyword's got to be top notch for me to have picked it up, all right, if it's a .net. If you see a .com, then it could just be that, it might be brandable, it might be for a million different other reasons. But if you see a .net, you better believe that keyword's real good. All right, that's a real good keyword. You could probably be able to flip that. You could develop on it. Sky's the limit. The next one, True to the Game, where you are going to be making $700 commissions or selling your own stuff, because this is a hot topic. There are people online that are searching this term here, looking to spend huge money, $5,000, etc. And guess what? There's no competition, man. All right, we're not talking like someone typed in survival, prepping, bomb shelters, or dehydrated food, or something that's a little bit more competitive. We're talking about something that is just as expensive, but is much less competitive, guys. Exciting, right? So I was able to pick up the .org. Very excited about that. StopBuyOrder.com. This is Wall Street talk. All right, a lot of people are freaking out. They're like, man, I want to learn how to stop a buy order. If you were to develop on this, or if your buyer were to develop on it, not sure exactly how to monetize it, but we do know that it is somebody who is working with money that is searching for a way out of his downward spiral with his stock portfolio. Wheretobuybunkbeds.com. WheretobuyBeds.com. Beds, again, are an expensive item. Here is where to buy third of all, the reason why this is the bomb is because it's an actual keyword that gets a lot of searches, and it's a monetizable, expensive product. See, I'm all about that. All about that. Ankleache.com. Not sure how to develop or how to do a website for this, or how you'd be making money with that. Maybe it'd be like a natural way to cure your, maybe that would be a great way to develop on this. You know, I mean, it's an actual thing. Actual people actually search this, of course. Ankleache. You just got to figure out what to sell from it. You know, again, simple. It's an ailment. All right, people want to. It's a painful thing. So, availablegame.com. There you go. Great domain name. You guys looking to sell some video games, or the newest hottest video game on Amazon? Great domain for that. Buyatv.org. All right, here we go. We were talking about the buy domains. Again, we've got a ton a ton that are great. Buycommercialproperty.org. All right, real estate site. Buycopper.org, sell some copper. Buygunscheap.org. You're gonna have to check your local laws in terms of getting a license so you can sell guns. Buying hats online. Buyhatsonline.org. All right, buyingafirsthome.org. Buyingbooks.org. Great, right? Buymixtapes.org. Make friends with some of the mixtape guys. They're hungry for money. All right, they'd probably be very interested in this. You could flip these real easy. Buymoneyorder.org. Buypanties.org. Holy mackerel! All right, you could build that, and your lady friend would love you. Dominatrixbondage.com. Sell some dominatrix stuff. Again, it's kind of like the sex furniture niche. Lesbianrights.org. This is a great, especially nowadays, these guys are blowing up. You know, they're the lesbian community, and you could probably sell this to some type of lesbian activist or whatnot. They might be able to drop some nonprofit money on your domain here. Mixer Review. All right, this is a good domain to do a review site. Romanticpickup.com. Great dating domain name. Smokerslungs.info. All right, this could just be, I mean, it's a keyword that people are searching for. What smokers' lungs, what happened to smokers' lungs? We'll jump on that traffic, guys, because you might be able to get some mesothelioma, or you know, some lung doctors or lawyers, sorry, that, you know, the ambulance chasers that pay the $50 CPA. Wheretobuytickets.org. This is something that people are searching when they're looking to buy something. Again, jump on it. Ticketmaster. Castlevania.org. This, of course, is very exciting because this is a video game. All right, so that's it for today. I will see you guys next week with a brand new list of premium domains. All right, thanks, guys.